Hello YouTubers, and good evening, good afternoon, or good morning depending on when you're watching this video. Today I'm installing a dual head unit, model DC426BT, bought at Advance Auto, retails for about $89.99, into a 2001 Hyundai XG300 that I bought used. And the original head unit was good, nice, powerful, but CD player and cassette tape. Don't have a cassette tape, nor do I need a pencil to use this unit either. The wiring diagrams that I've found on the internet so far have been completely inaccurate, so I decided in the middle of the installation, unfortunately, to shoot some video and show you what I have discovered with the unit. The first thing I want to point out, when you go to install a new head unit in this specific car, Hyundai actually installed amplifiers for your rear and your front speakers. In the wiring diagrams, nobody tells you that there is a wire that needs to power these. Now, through a little bit of digging and a little bit of data mining, I have found that the green wire in your loom, which itself will not exactly have a red stripe all the time, but it is what is considered an amplifier activation wire, your remote wire. So on your new head unit, take the amp turn on wire and you can just jumper it off with a nice butt connector. Make sure to get the heat shrink ones. It's just to make sure your connections are nice and solid, and moisture in the morning or moisture in the evening doesn't ruin your stereo, just in case you leave your windows up or down. When you do that, then you can go through and identify your speaker wires for each left and right channel, front and rear. When you have to identify them, it's not recommended, but I've always used this method, is you take your right positive and right negative front speaker itself, and then in the wire loom, at least the factory is nice enough to take each speaker channel and twist them together. So you just cut them free, and you'll notice that there's a common denominator here of speaker wire. There's your brown with a black stripe each time, which has so far denotated a positive, and it's just your negative that has changed colors each time. Now on the front here, I've already identified the front right, and I've identified the rear right and rear left channels. The problem I have here, though, is the front right and the front left seem to be so close in color that you kind of got to play around to figure out which one it is. After I get this installed, you'll notice that on this wire loom itself, it still has 3 wires. Now, those 3 wires will generally be for your dimmer and usually some type of an auxiliary system. Since this new head unit does not have a dimmer, we will not use that one. But this wire itself on this loom for this vehicle, that's your constant hot, that's your keyed hot, and there's your ground. And as you can see, I just swapped them back around because and the wire gauges are even kind of a little wrong for what they're supposed to be. Generally, and most stereo installations, your constant hot will always be a heavier gauge than your keyed hot, because your constant hot generally feeds the stereo, your keyed hot just tells it to turn on. So once I get the stereo installed and all my connections done, I will shoot the video and show the stereo and show you how it sounds.